Good morning to you here on this 26th day of April. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. Very warm conditions again on tap over the next couple of days with some increasing thunderstorm chances over the next couple of days too. I'll take a look at that, your weekend forecast, and maybe some cooler type of weather in the longer range as well, all as today's edition of the video rolls along. There's a look early this morning from the Avalon Pier web camera there at Kill Devil Hills, where the temperature sits at 63 degrees. And it is indeed a pretty mild morning all across the Carolinas. There's a look at the Dowd YMCA camera yesterday, the time-lapse imagery throughout the course of the day. Certainly not a bad day, and also certainly a very warm day all across the region yesterday. There's a look back at, first of all, your 5 o'clock hour temperatures early this morning. A lot of 60s, some 50s on the board. And the radar pretty quiet, too. Over the past couple of hours, nothing happening here over the Carolinas. Now, over the northeastern part of the country, you do hit some areas of rain, even some snow in northern parts of New York, Vermont, New Hampshire. It's along a cold front, which I'll discuss in more detail in just a minute. Some big thunderstorms over the past couple of hours, rumbling through parts of Nebraska and Kansas. Some active severe thunderstorm warnings back that way as I cut the video again during the 5 o'clock Eastern time hour. And it's going to be a big severe weather day, I'm afraid, in parts of the plains, especially late today and into tonight. I'll show you that in more detail in just a second. Low 80s. Most of the Triad area yesterday afternoon for highs. Similar temperatures around the Charlotte viewing area yesterday afternoon. We expanded, look at the Carolinas as a whole. It was 85 down in Columbia, 82 in Richmond, even Boone up in the high country, 75 degrees for high yesterday. And all across the southeast, it was warm. Up into St. Louis, it was 87, 84 in Charleston for a high temperature. Now, again, you hit that cold front in the northeast. It was cooler up that way. But by and large, most of the eastern half of the country, very warm yesterday, and it's going to be just as warm today. In fact, here in the Carolinas, even a little bit warmer. So big cold front back in the plain states. A couple of features to note. One is this front to the north. Another one is this one back off to the west. Now, as far as today and tonight are concerned, there's your big thunderstorms firing off in that severe weather threat area. You do have a threat of some severe storms today, even in parts of Baltimore, up into southeastern Pennsylvania, sections of New Jersey. But here's the big severe weather threat area back into parts of the plains. That's a sizable moderate risk running from southern parts of Nebraska all the way down to the Red River. And watch the big thunderstorms erupting in that severe weather area here on Futurecast late today and on into tonight. This is going to be, I'm afraid, a pretty sizable threat of severe storms. Now, here at the Carolinas, this is the high-resolution modeling for this afternoon. Not much, but I do think maybe late this afternoon and this evening, a few isolated showers or storms could pop up. Very warm today. Here's what we're going with for high temperatures here across the Carolinas this afternoon. Now, tomorrow, as we roll on into our Wednesday, that front from the north begins to get close enough to begin to bring us the opportunity for some better scattered thunderstorm chances. So I will mention scattered storms in our Wednesday forecast. A very warm Wednesday, too. There's your highs tomorrow afternoon, even up to 90 in Columbia. And then we get on out into Thursday. And that's when that system off to the west actually swings on in. So Thursday, I still think, is the day that has the best thunderstorm chance of the week. In terms of severe weather right now, it's a marginal risk over much of the region for Thursday. We'll keep a watch on that severe weather potential Thursday. It still looks pretty warm overall, too, for Thursday. But then behind that system, check this out, Friday and Saturday looking pretty good before chances for showers and storms increase by the tail end of the weekend. I'll show you that in more detail here in just a second. Let's take a peek at the higher resolution modeling. We'll start with what's happening aloft. Here's your 500 millibar chart for today off the European model. The system swinging out of the Rockies by later tonight. This is into the plains, causing that big round of severe weather. Then it kind of wobbles eastward. There it is Thursday afternoon, and then just kind of wobbling eastward into Friday from there. Here's the next piece of energy behind it, and that's going to kind of give us an unsettled setup as we get into the early stages of next week. Canadian model first here. There's what it looks like. This is when the rain finally moves in on it this weekend, late Sunday afternoon, and then continuing on into Monday as well. But let's take this day by day. Here's the GFS model. 0-0 run. A few of those isolated late day showers or storms a possibility today and into this evening. Tomorrow, a better chance for scattered thunderstorms out there as that front moves in from the north. Enough instability around that maybe a decent storm or two. And then we get on out into Thursday. That's when that system from the west arrives. Again, even more instability there. So we'll watch that severe weather potential Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Now you get out into Friday, kind of a tricky temperature day. This is what the GFS is going with for high temperatures on Friday afternoon. Notice all the 90s here in Georgia and Florida, a couple spots in South Carolina. Mid and upper 80s around Charlotte, but only around 80 in Raleigh and cooler from there. So kind of a tricky temperature day on Friday. It does look like a dry day Friday, though. Let's see. I'm going to go back there. There's Saturday. I'm sorry, this is Friday. Yeah, this is Friday. Maybe a shower storm in northeastern North Carolina, but most of us rain-free. Now we get out to Saturday. The GFS is the quickest with bringing weekend rain chances in. I think this may be a little bit too quick. I've left Saturday's forecast dry, and then I do bring in on Sunday the chance of a few areas of showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two. And then look at early next week. This is Monday. This is Tuesday's setup. That definitely looks pretty unsettled overall. Now, let me show you the European, and I kind of lean my forecast in this direction. This is Saturday, completely dry, and even still Sunday, mostly dry across the Carolinas before you get into that unsettled weather Monday and Tuesday of next week. Now, down the road, at the latter stages of the forecast period, this is out at 288 hours next weekend, Saturday the 7th of May. Big upper air low, cooler temperatures over the east, and if you look at the Canadian ensembles, it's indicating that cooler scenario later next week as well over much of the eastern part of the country. So I do think temperatures try to trend down in the back half of next week into the following weekend. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.